Just maybe it was destiny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's really interesting because we know that the late Wesley Mouzon was the coach there. So he was the one who really mentored you and taught you about boxing. Now, there's not a lot of information on Wesley if you look online.
No, there's not.
For people who know boxing, they can see his record and they can see he drew with Ike Williams, who, in my opinion, was the best. Lightweight for the 1940s.
There was an old man named Mr. Munson. He just passed away maybe 10 years ago. He was old. He was like 90 something when he passed away. And he said that he said I was at the fight when West fought for Ike Williams. He said he clearly won. He said, but they had to make it a draw because Ike Williams was, he was, at that time he was considered probably one of the greatest lightweights that ever lived.
Yeah, so the 1940s was maybe the best decade in history for boxing, of which Ike Williams was the best lightweight. The 40s.
And then you figure he knocked out Bob Montgomery in a non-title bout in 2 rounds at the Shy Park in Philadelphia.
And Montgomery was considered maybe the second or third best lightweight of the 40s after Ike Williams. And all this by the age of 19.
Exactly. And then he got a detached retina in training camp for the return bout. And he fought the fight one-eyed. He said at least if he could have won the title, he could have retired as champion,
Yeah. And later on in his career, he also coached the likes of Dwight Muhammad Qawi as well.
Dwight Muhammad Qawi.
So tell us, because a lot of people will be interested in this old school method of teaching, and which we want to see these old school methods still living today, continuing today. So tell us about how Wesley Mouzon would train fighters, how he taught yourself. What were the methods he used?
He kept everything simple, well, as a kid, I was mesmerized how he could give it to you so simply, and somebody else would give you they ramble on for a half hour, and Wes could tell you the same or better information in 5 minutes. And I used to wonder how this was. But then I realized later on, as I got older, Einstein said it best. He said, if you can't explain something to somebody simply enough, you don't fully understand it yourself. He was able to explain it because he fully understood it, Like I asked him, how'd you teach Dwight Muhammad Qawi to move his head so well? He said, simple. I put his head in my hands and I moved him. I was like, wow, would have thought about that, And then I asked him, well, how you get him to catch punches so good? He was like, same way I showed you, put your left hand behind your back and catch punches, catch a jab, catch my hand, catch hook, you know what I mean? Tilt. Okay. Because one time I was getting hit with because my eyes have always been bad, like real bad. So I asked him, what's the best way to work on defense and slipping? He'd have somebody throw punches at you. Simple.